This road is blocked off today.
Oh, yeah.
So, but if you park on this road, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess I just have to.
So you'll be gone in 2 hours, yeah.
I'd love to stay all day.
It's okay. Get on Zoom on my computer as well. Okay. Morning, Mike.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I just have a sick son at home, so I'm working from home today.
That's no fun.
Yeah. He's on the mend, but I thought it better to be prudent than to send him to school and get a call later on that he was sick in the bathroom or something.
Yeah, that would be worse.
Yeah.
How's your weekend, Scott?
Oh, pretty good.
Y'all do anything fun this weekend?
Anything fun? I just work.
No, did you hold an open house or what did you do?
No.
Just, okay, Mike, did you hold an open house? I'm trying to remember if we signed up for them.
No, I didn't. I worked like 36 hours with our business over the weekend, so.
Okay. Yeah, so busy weekends. Were you working for a Target this weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sounds like productive weekends.
Yeah, I tried to get it. You know, send out, see and stuff. Just get everything back.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. I tried posting in the Facebook group, if not, and then maybe reaching out to Margaret. I think she only had one agent reach out to her with the open house meeting this weekend, but sometimes she has like 5 or 6, so I keep an eye out for those. Awesome. So let's start with our icebreaker for today. We're going to do another router question. This one is, would you rather stop watching movies or listening to music?
Would you rather what? Wait.
Stop watching movies or stop listening to music?
Oh, stop watching movies. That's an easy one.
Yeah, I guess on movies, I need background music.
Yeah, I think, I would pick movies too, because I feel like you can replace that with like TV shows or plays or things like that, but you can't really replace music as easily, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, and then for our follow-up, let's see what y'all played. So Scott, did you get a chance to invite people to your Facebook page and then schedule any posts on that?
I invited people to my Facebook business page. And I guess I'm up to 7. Which is
Better than
17
0.
a low number, but
You gotta start somewhere now.
I'm guessing people are like, they want to know me as a friend, not businessman, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, it takes time, yeah, and I think it helps getting some posts up there, which I've seen, like, I saw you post the Red Day graphic and things like that. So I think the more active you are on it, the more people will feel or see value in liking it. So did you get any other posts scheduled for it?
I think I only have the Red Day post scheduled.
Okay. Awesome. And
Because
then
that popped up on Saturday, I assume. Oh no, I had the tax one on Saturday.
I don't know when, I think it was during the week. I think it was the day that we did the Red Day graphic, which I think was Tuesday.
Yeah, so I scheduled, so that one was 5 days ago, and I scheduled out the tax one for Saturday, which taxes were due on, well, I guess today technically, but.
Okay, Okay, so you did schedule one, yeah, did that go okay?
Apparently, I see it posted.
Yeah, must have done something right, awesome, okay, and then, Mike, have you done any more of the 66-day challenge or worked on any smart plans?
I haven't started the smart plans yet. I was able to work. I got through like day 14 now already on the day challenge. So I did like 6 or 7 days. I was able to squeeze in last week. I tried as much as I could, obviously, like I said, with as busy as we were, with our weekend we had coming up, it was a challenge, but yeah. So the next thing is to get a smart plan launched.
Okay, awesome, and then you also had working on your real estate announcements because of your license being active, did you work on that?
No, yep, that was top of the list. But I mean, I had coffee yesterday with someone. I'm having coffee tomorrow with someone, so I'm getting some of that planned as well. So still trying to get that done. But yeah, I'm hoping this week to start sending out kind of the announcement part.
Scott, have you had any more coffees?
I haven't done any coffees, it's all been lunches.
Okay, well,
Like the lunch this
yeah,
afternoon,
okay,
and I don't know, I kind of got ghosted by a friend of mine last week, which which is funny, so I'll have to reach back out to him and see if he can do something this week.
yeah, you might have been busy.
Yeah.
I feel like that happens. Yeah, awesome, okay.
Because we were kind of talking back and forth, and then it's just like, he sent it out, he sent it out, he sent it out, so there it is.
Yeah, I would just, sometimes people stop responding because they can't hang out that week or, different
Yeah,
things happen, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least you got some done.
And then I think I'm pretty terrible at the spreadsheet, but I did plug some stuff in the spreadsheet,
Yeah, I did want to pull that up, actually.
but I probably need to like add to it.
Let's see. I need to,
Nope, I need to update mine.
okay, that's okay. Well, it looks like y'all have some up there already. So that's good. I think, where is, I think Taylor? I thought Stephanie was, I think she's not tracking. I thought she had scheduled a bunch. But it looks like Taylor did 4 in one day. That's stacking it up. So awesome. Okay. And then I just wanted to go over upcoming classes for this week. So we have a lot of different ones. So Margaret is teaching a contracts class tomorrow regarding strategies in using clauses in your contracts. So that'll be 10 to 2 in person and via Zoom. And then we are continuing our social media master classes this month or this week. So we have highlight your about me on your Instagram tomorrow from 11 to 11:30. And then using Rail templates on Wednesday from 12 to 12:30. And then auto-populate your listing in an open house command design on Thursday Thursday from 11 to 11:30. And then I thought there was one more, 1 second. Oh, and then Friday, there's the talking head video from 12 to 12:30. So I missed that one. And then we also have, let's see, the lead generation time block every Wednesday. We also have the coaching skills lab this Wednesday from 12:30 to 2:30. So this will be a great class to attend if you're able to, either in person or via Zoom. We'll be going through a live fire consultation with Katie and Jordan Kessler, who are 2 of the top agents in our office. And then lastly, we have Fail Forward Fridays, which is a new thing Charles is doing in person only on Fridays from 9 to 10 a.m. And then lastly, we have our Saturday dual career coaching session on receiving offers, dealing with multiple offers and writing the counter. So all of the negotiations that come once you receive an offer or are sending an offer for your clients. So any questions about these upcoming classes?
No, I missed all of them last week because I think I was getting scheduling conflicts constantly because I was thinking 12:30 on some days and 11:30 on other days.
Yeah.
That's why I texted you, I'm like, I got done with something at like 11:30. And I went to go jump on,
Yeah.
and I know, cool, well, I guess not doing that today.
Yeah, Charles and I, based on our schedules, we had to pick different times, so Tuesday, Thursdays are my days and it's at 11, and then Wednesday, Fridays are his days at 12, so a little complicated, but yeah.
Yeah, I had things booked during his, and I had things booked during yours, and I got
Yeah, it's
mixed
okay.
up, going backwards, and couldn't attend any of it.
Yeah, that's okay. Awesome. And then now for our little brainstorm section, does anyone have any wins they want to share from this last week? Any small or big wins? I know, Mike, you got your license active last week. Was that correct?
I did, yep. Question with that, does that automatically get sent to the office then, or is that something that I need to forward?
That is a good question. I would ask Elizabeth that, maybe forward it to her, or you could just email her asking.
I'll just email her. I'm gonna make a note of that.
I would think it would be automatic, but if it's not, then I don't want to get you in trouble with
Right.
Elizabeth, so, yeah. Okay, awesome. Any other questions? Nope. And then, so Scott, how have your lunch meetings been going? Have you been able to talk about real estate during those?
Yeah, I actually got a potential listing out of one of my lunches.
Oh, cool.
Or somebody that I know distantly.
Were you having lunch with them, or was
With
it?
somebody else.
Oh, so it was a potentially referral from them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, so this week, I think my one thing is probably getting together a listing presentation for this guy. But I kind of know, he's kind of a grumpy guy, so I know commission is gonna be, a big sticking point, so making sure that because the last live listing presentation we did, there was like we're like a 4.5%, 5%, like 6%. Getting something together like that. I don't think I ever got an email or an example of what that looked like from going to that listing.
Did they say they were gonna send you it?
They said, like, because I was in person, they said they were gonna send something out, but I never saw anything. So I guess we probably gotta watch some
Okay.
videos and see if I can come up with something similar to that.
Yeah,
As far as that goes.
yeah, you can
Just
follow.
that, I mean, just because I kind of know the guy, I just know he's gonna be a stickler for commission, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I don't know him well, but I know he's gonna be a stickler over commission. So if I were able to break down and give him like the menu of options, you know what I mean, and highlight why a 6% is better than just a 4%, which is just listed in the MLS and stuff like that. I think if I'm able to, I can get a higher commission out of them.
Yeah.
Being able to talk through it and having something visual, a visual aid in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I hope to have that finalized, by the end of the week.
Yeah, it does kind of give him some control back if he's able to pick which of the three options.
Right.
If he's that type of person that likes that. Yeah, that does give you a chance to break down your marketing more. I did want to show y'all in the resources folder under working with sellers. There's this is from Gold, but they broke down creating a listing presentation in Command, and they added notes as you're going through it, and they include scripts as well. So for example, the initial one would be, thanks for allowing me to join you today. You have a beautiful home and look how amazing it looks in our marketing material. Thank you. Or you could say, thank you for having me over. I know you have choices when it comes to real estate needs, and I'm honored to be meeting with you today. I created a personalized plan to get your home sold for top dollar. So So it just goes through with more notes and more of a script. So you would also watch back the recording of the skills lab last month, but you could also look at this resource as well. And then here's some bold listing presentation objections in case you think any of those may come up. So let me see if the commission. Here you go. Number 3, the other agent stated they would sell it for less commission. So you'd use this if he was asking for less or said that another agent said that as well. So any questions about these resources?
No, I kind of started to look at some of that. I'm just trying to, make sure I pull together the right things for a listing presentation. Like the menu of options for commission, I think would be important. Obviously, CMA is important. A net sheet I find is probably going to be important. Just pulling his stuff on Realist and not 100% sure what he has going on as far as mortgages. It's kind of random mortgages pulled out on his house and stuff, and like not sure what's going on there. So obviously, I don't know, probably
Yeah, you
make
could
sure
be
that
doing that.
I'm covered, as far as like producing quasi accurate net sheet for him. Because I mean, from what I understand, he's going to move out of state. And stuff like that. Tired of the neighbors to be close to him. He's just figure out the old guy.
Yeah, so
Which is cool.
the O&E I think is maybe $10. You can do it through land title. I would do that. And then you could also do the net sheet through there as well, which I would do after you do the CMA. And then what else did you mention? Oh yeah, Realist is great. Looking at tax records, looking on the MLS to see if there are any previous listings. I kind of do that when I'm getting ready to do the CMA. I kind of look at tax records, old MLS records, things like that to try to kind of gather my information together and then do the CMA. So
old tax records to help reduce as far as the net sheet or something. Is what you're
yeah, you can find those through the MLS. Like there's a tab on when you're looking at a home in MLS, there's a tab that you can look at the tax record. So I typically I look to make sure the person I'm meeting with is listed as the owner. And if there's a second person, I maybe reach out and see if that person needs to attend our meeting as well. I just kind of check everything, all the details, especially if there's an old listing in the MLS. I check to make sure the tax records match the old listing in terms of square footage and things like that. So I just kind of verify tax records / Realist, O&E, old MLS listing, all those things. Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes there is different information, and then that's when you can reach out to them. If you have had your initial conversation with him already? No. Okay, so that's something that if you have.
So like this week is probably putting together the package, and then once I've got it somewhat put together, at least started. I guess I feel like I should reach out. That way, if he wants to meet that afternoon, I'm not scrambling trying to put it together.
Yeah, I mean, most people don't. I mean, I've never had someone who wants to meet the same day or the day after. I just, I mean, if you want to call on like Thursday or Friday and schedule it for mid next week, so you have the weekend and Monday and Tuesday, that would work. But I would take a look at all the records before you call him, if you're able to, because then if you have any questions about differing info or anything, you can ask him. I would also ask, I think on the list of questions that has listed what price they want to sell for or what price range, I would try to get a bit of info from him about that. So that when you do the CMA, you can kind of see if he's being reasonable or not. And if maybe he lists a super high number, and going into the meeting that it's going to be maybe a challenge to try to get him to realize the correct price, then you know that you need to make sure you're really thorough with your CMA and bring all the documents and have everything printed out and ready to go for him. So yeah, so I wouldn't wait too long to have that initial conversation. Maybe give yourself a few days and then reach out and, you'll probably have some questions if you give yourself a little bit of time, so. Does that all make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Any other questions, anything else y'all want to talk about today? No, okay, so let's.
No, I'm good. Sorry.
That's okay, Mike. Okay, so let's do our script today, so I emailed this to y'all yesterday, so we're gonna be in the Ignite.
Oh, did you?
Scripts again, so let me pull this up on page C15. Let's see. So C15, objections to setting buyer appointments, conversations. Let me know once y'all both have that pulled up.
Where did you say it was at? It's in the Google Drive, right?
Yes,
not
it's
finding
in the what to say / scripts folder under the Ignite scripts.
What to say? Oh, there it is. Then what do you say it was? C what?
15.
Okay, so down there. All right. That's weird. It doesn't like label these on the pages, huh?
It's on the
Oh,
bottom.
there it
It's
is.
on the- it's
Oh,
on
I
the
see it.
bottom left,
I see
yeah.
it now. Sorry, my bad. Okay.
Okay, so let me actually share my screen really quick. Okay. So there's 3 of them. The first goes over, I'd like to come into the office. Can you just meet me at the house? Second one is let me talk to my spouse and I will call you back. Third one is I've already seen the house online. I just need to see it to know if I want to buy it. So one I often got when I was working with buyers was let me talk to my spouse or let me talk to the other decision maker and I'll let you know. So unless, is there one of these 3 y'all want to particularly do today, or is it?
I'm not sure I understand objection 1. Like,
Yeah, let me see.
why do we need them to come into the office? Necessarily, I mean, it's saying some stuff about photos and virtual tours. But with my laptop, we could pull up photos and virtual tours at their house.
Yeah, so
As far as printouts, we can do printouts, but
yeah, I think if it's someone you don't know, always meet them in a public place, or if you don't know them that well. So I would try to meet them at the office, or if they're pushing back, you could meet them at a coffee shop.
so this is somebody that more than.
Yeah, I think that's what the script is. I mean, if it's like your best friend, you could go over to the house, but I will say one thing about working with people that you do know pretty well.
It might get too casual.
Yeah, like I would, keep it, I think it keeps it professional by meeting them at the office or at least at a coffee shop. And as you go through like the things like them needing to get pre-approved and stuff like that, if you're already, if you go over to their house and you're sitting on the couch, hanging out with them, I don't think they'll take you as seriously. So I think it could like negatively impact you in the long run. So I think always ask to meet at the office. If they give you pushback, ask to meet at a coffee shop, maybe nearby where they live. And then if they still push back, then I would maybe think about if there's someone that you do want to work with, or if this is maybe a sign that things are going to be pretty rough during the process. So yeah, any other questions about these? I have gotten kind of similar to 3 before. I have gotten like the objection, like I know the house I want to buy. I just need to go see it. And they'll say that as like, I don't want to have an appointment with you. I just want to get right into the house. However, when that's happened to me in the past, first of all, they haven't been pre-approved. And, like one of the times that happened, by the time she got pre-approved, she didn't qualify for the price. So it would have been a waste to go view the home anyways, and it would have been, probably pretty disappointing for her to get her hopes up about it and not be able to see it. So, we follow the process of having the appointment with them and all of those steps before actually showing for a reason. People don't always understand that, but typically when you explain it to them a little further, and that's when they'll concede and say yes. So, we could practice 2 unless y'all wanted to practice 1 or 3. What are y'all's thoughts?
Oh, that's fine.
He's fine. What about you, Scott? Okay. Okay, so I'll be the agent first. Scott, do you want to be the person I'm talking to?
Sure.
So you'll just say, let me talk to my spouse.
So let me talk to my spouse and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
on that.
Okay, I understand this. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and pencil in a time that works best for both of you, and then I'll call you back the day before the appointment to confirm. If that time still works, then that's great and we can meet. If it doesn't, then we'll just need to reschedule the appointment. When do you think is going to work best? Is it weekdays or weekends?
Probably weekday.
Okay. Awesome. So I can give you a call, sorry about this stuff.
This is Friday on there.
Would you prefer earlier in the week or later in the week?
So I'm trying to think of her schedule, so let me think here. So I think Tuesdays and Fridays work best for her.
Okay, what time do you think works for her on Fridays?
On Fridays, probably around 1:32. But again, I mean, I still have to talk to her and make sure that she can make that 1:32.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so let's pencil in Friday at 2 o'clock, and then I'll give you a call Thursday morning to confirm that. And like I said, if we need to reschedule, that's completely fine. Is your cell phone a good number to reach you on?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. I'll give you a call Thursday morning to confirm Friday at 2 p.m. Awesome. Okay, so any thoughts or questions about that? No, it's pretty common, and I think sometimes people say they don't know their spouse's schedule, but they have a general idea. I mean, if their spouse works a job during the week, they might not know the specific hours, but they might then know that they're available on Saturday or Sunday. So I do think it's great to try to pencil something in, and then it gives you a reason to follow up on Thursday. And if you have to reschedule, then that's a lot easier to do than try to schedule the appointment in the first place. So awesome. Okay, so Scott, do you want to be the agent now, and then Mike will be the person?
Sure.
So Mike, you'll start with Okay.
So let me talk to my spouse and I'll call you back.
I understand. In the meantime, is there a day or time that you know that your spouse would be available that we could pencil in, just tentatively?
Yeah, I mean, we could meet if it's okay to meet during the day when the kids are in school.
Okay, cool. During the day, like on a Thursday would work for you, or?
Yeah, that should work fine. I mean, I can double check to make sure with her schedule, but typically.
Okay, cool. So how about I pencil you in for like Thursday around 10:30 or so?
I think that should work fine.
Cool. Well, I'll call you on Wednesday and just to make sure that you've spoken to your spouse about it. Make sure that 10:30 still works for you.
All right, that sounds great.
Cool. Well, I look forward to seeing you on Thursday around 10:30. Yeah.
Awesome. That was good. Any thoughts or questions?
No, I mean, I feel like it almost seems relatively intuitive, but it's nice to kind of contemplate the possibility of this being a hurdle.
Mhm. Yeah, I think, the thing about objections, I feel like the word objection is so mean, but a lot of objections are just them asking for clarity or like more information and not quite understanding why you're wanting to do things a certain way. So
Sure.
typically, like I said earlier, once you explain it to them a little further or maybe differently, then pretty much always they say yes. So something like, let me talk to my spouse is not that big of a deal, but by practicing it, if it does come up, you know, you're able to still at least pencil in the appointment and not just panic and just say, okay, I'll give you a call in a week or so, or something like that. So
Right.
it keeps things moving for you and the client.
Right.
So,
Well, yeah, because if you give them the week, you know what, I mean, there's a good chance they won't think about it, talk to their spouse, or do anything else to move in that direction because you didn't move anything in that direction, right?
yeah, and I will say it's our job to follow up with people and keep in touch. So, if you put it on them to let you know, then that's, you know, like we said, they'll just, you know, the week will pass and they won't have made any progress. But if you put it on yourself to follow up with them, and then especially if you do follow up with them on the day that you said you will, it creates further trust with them and just sets you up real nicely for the appointment.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, let's do it one more time.
Would you always,
Oh, go ahead.
would it have been better for me to go this or that, like Thursday or Friday? At 10:30 versus just naming the day,
Yeah, I
the
think,
day of the week.
I mean, we're taught to give two options. I will say sometimes, like, depending on my schedule, I only have one time available this week, so I'll do that if that's the case. But typically you'll see that it really is like, does Thursday at 10 or Friday at 11 work best for you? So, for someone like this guy you're talking with, that's a way that, you could give him a little bit of control over the situation by giving him options, just like you will with the commission percentages too. So, good question. Any other questions? No? Okay, let's do it one more time. Mike, you'll be the agent and I'll be the person you're calling. So,
Sure.
let me talk to my spouse and I'll give you a call back tomorrow.
Well, sure, that's fine, Brea. I totally understand. Let me say this. Would you mind if we penciled in a meeting maybe for next week to give you guys a chance to chat it over, but then at least you have a time scheduled that we could meet all together and talk in depth?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we could pencil something in, although I'd still have to, talk to them this weekend.
No, absolutely. Well, what time would you think would work best for the two of you to be able to come in and chat?
Probably weekends work best. We're pretty, we have the whole day open Saturday and Sunday, so maybe not this weekend, but the following weekend.
Sure. Would you prefer Saturday or Sunday, or does it matter to you?
Maybe Saturday.
Sure. And would you like to do in the morning or mid-afternoon?
Morning, if that works for you, okay?
That would be totally fine. How about Saturday morning at 10 a.m.? Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Great. I will go ahead and pencil you in then, Brea. And then what I'll do is I'll just give you a call Friday to touch base, and make sure you guys are still available and we can go from there. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, awesome. Good job. Any questions or thoughts? Nope. Okay, we'll keep practicing some of these objections just to help y'all talk through scenarios that come up with potential clients. So I wanted to give us a few minutes to work on scheduling more coffee dates or lunches if that's what you are doing instead. So I'll give us maybe 5 minutes and let me actually. While I have this script, here we go. in a Zoom, just in case y'all don't have it, but it's just, what I use is, hi, are you free sometime within the next 2 weeks to grab coffee? I'd love to catch up if possible. So, I'll give us maybe 6 minutes until 10:40, so we can try to get a few more of these scheduled. So any questions before we break for a few minutes? No?
No, so what is this? So you want for us to just send out some texts or what?
It's up to you. So, text, phone call, message, whatever you've been doing to schedule the coffee meetings so far, you can work on. So I think I mentioned text, but I meant any form of communication.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Any other questions?
No.
No? Okay, sounds good. So I'll give us about 5 minutes to do this.
All right, I gotta grab my phone.
Oh, well, struggling golf.
Yeah, friends of friends on
Well, I
Facebook.
was just gonna reach out to that person that kind of ghosted me yesterday, since that, or last week.
Yeah, that's a good person to reach out to.
But anyways, for busy, so, take action. Hello. Hey, how's it going? Okay. Did you wanna? Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Well, would you mind if I reached out to him to see about that property, to see what his thoughts were? Okay. Okay, sounds good. All right, thanks.
Who is that with?
What's that?
Who is that?
It's just a potential buyer, but they wound up renting instead.
Okay, who were you asking to reach out to?
So she's like split with her husband.
Mhm.
And yeah, there's all kinds of drama going on there.
So you're asking permission to reach out to him?
Check out to him, because I don't really know him.
Yeah,
And she's like, no, I don't have anything to do with him. I'm like, but you wouldn't, but. okay.
yeah, that's funny. Well, that's, I mean, it's polite to ask
Yeah.
since you know her better.
Yeah, like I know
it's a
her.
tricky
I don't know
situation.
At all. I don't
Yeah.
think- Like, no. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, at least you asked. Awesome. Okay, so we're a minute past. Were y'all able to text or call a couple of people?
I was cool that they got it back.
Did you text her?
Yeah.
And then she- oh, I figured they were calling in response to the message.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so we'll just keep working on that throughout this month, because of the contest, but also it's just a really great activity to do in general. I like coffee days because they're not like you're asking to meet someone to talk about real estate or their real estate needs, you're just meeting to catch up with them. So, any questions before we move on to the lead generation focus? No? Okay, let me pull this up really quick. Okay. Let's see. I think we left off at this one. So I'm actually gonna skip ads, we'll do that another day. And let's focus on interacting with friends and followers on social media. So, so in the, Mike, were you here when we went over the like content the first time?
No,
You were here, okay, Scott, you were here, correct?
You're in like something.
So the beginning of this packet goes over the like model. So it's essentially L stands for local lowdown, so some sort of local post. I is information or education on the home buying or selling process. K is know me, so aspects of your personal life. And then E is engaging with them. So that's what they mean with,
So if we go back up just a little bit, how do I pull the info for the graphic on the, keep going? Yeah, that.
This
graphic
info?
there. Yeah, what's the easiest way for me to pull that?
so, you can pull it from the MLS. I wouldn't say that was the easiest way. I would, let's see. So DMAR sent this email this morning.
Oh, so yeah.
And at the bottom, you can see they have these city and county market trends reports. So, oops, don't want to do that.
But if I wanted to send it out weekly, how do I pull it on the MLS or on MLS?
1 second, let me, whoops.
I guess I probably.
Let me show y'all this really quick and then we'll go to the MLS. So they have data, so they have these stats here. So you could just copy paste some of these and you might have to change some of these fields. Like it's new listings, average sold price, average days on market, average price per square foot, home sold, and then list price to sold price ratio. So all of that info is probably on here. Percentage of list price received is the list price to sold price ratio. So that's essentially if homes are being sold under what their list price is or over. So are y'all, Mike, are you getting those emails from DMAR as well?
No, I hadn't got all signed up because I didn't have my license yet until I just got it this last week. So that's at the top. That's one of those things like now this week, I'm going to get signed up with them. So I can start gaining access to all that information.
Yeah, so they send out those emails, and then Land Title also sends out market stat emails as well. And theirs is, I mean, you could take a screenshot of even like this graph and add that to a social media post or an email. So Land Title and DMAR are great resources. Oops, it's DMAR again. And then RE Colorado, the MLS, also sends out stats. So I would pay attention to their emails, Scott, and then let's also open the MLS.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't think I got this one
From,
from DMAR. I usually do, but. Because I've been looking for it, because I've been wanting to make a post like that, and then I was just thinking I could just pull it from the MLS itself.
yeah, let me find my password really quick. It's, I might not be able to log in, I'm not sure what's going on.
Because like on the MLS, I mean, it has like a market watch. It's like new listings coming soon, but I'm not sure what exactly it's pulling there.
Yeah, let me. No. Do you want to log into the, or join the Zoom meeting and then share your screen? I'm not sure why it's not logging in. Let me continue with that essentially. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the MLS. So let me log in. Oh, you might have to turn your volume off.
So I'm logged in. Share screen to what?
Does it give you options?
Yeah.
What are the options?
Whiteboard.
You do, maybe try whiteboard, see what that does. Okay, it should let you do it now.
To share your screen, open preferences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'll share it to your desktop. Once you give it permission. Oh, you know what? I actually might, I think I was putting in the wrong. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Okay. We can do it for mine, actually. I don't know. I was putting in the wrong user ID. I was missing a digit, so. Happens. So is this the market watch you're talking about?
Yeah, but yours looks way different than mine.
Yeah, this is just what was set up when I signed up with MLS, but you can come to customize. And let's see, I think mine is pulling from everywhere right now, but if I wanted to pull, say, just Arvada properties, and I could put that in the city, save, and then the market watch would just be listings close by our office.
Okay.
So I think by default it pulls from the entire RE Colorado MLS.
Okay, so that's probably why I have so much then.
Are your numbers real high?
Yeah, like my numbers are. Yeah, like new listings, I have 1,298. 205 coming soon. My numbers are massive.
Yeah, so you could keep it as is, or you can narrow it down to a specific area you want to work, maybe your neighborhood. And then you can also pull stats as well. So for example, let me do, oops. Again, I'm going to do residential single family homes, so houses. And then oops, let's see, time frame, year to date statistic. Let's see. Pull the average close price. And then, so I have the time frame stats and group by done, and then I entered some criteria into this section as well, and I'm going to generate. And here's a graph.
And then to just get the individual points, you just click on data then.
Yep, although it's, well, oh, it's grouping by, so let me actually group by month. There we go. So the average close price in April so far is 798,000. So keep in mind that we're only halfway through the month, so this number might not be as accurate. So I would maybe look at the previous month, March. So the price, the average close price was 697. So did y'all see how I got to this stats and then cross property? Okay. So this might be a slower way of pulling the stats. You might want to just focus on the emails you get from the third-party sources because they already kind of gather this info and put it in the email. However, if you are looking for a specific stat, or maybe you could even map search and pick just a small neighborhood. So say you're wanting to prepare some stats for a neighborhood that you're going to be doing a CMA on, then you could come into the MLS and do that this way. So any questions about RE Colorado?
I had a quick question for you, Brea. Are DMAR and RE Colorado, is that two separate MLSs?
DMAR is the Realtor Association, which is not the MLS.
Gotcha. Okay, that's
RE
right.
Colorado
Is the MLS. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to keep all these
Yeah.
acronyms straight. Yeah, awesome. Any other questions?
No.
Okay, so we only have, whoops, a few minutes, but let's try to get through this engagement page again. Okay, so this pretty much just goes over conversations on social media, so not just posting info or posting photos and videos, but actually trying to have conversations through comments, DMs, and more. So with comments, they say when commenting on someone's post or story, be genuine and show interest. And then also anyone that comments on your post, make sure you respond as well. So try to steer clear of getting into arguments or correcting people, just focus on deepening the relationship. So this likely won't happen, but if you ever get a negative comment, maybe either ignore it or just delete it. That's happened to me only like a handful of times over the years, and I just, I think all of them, I just reported it and then delete, and then the app deleted it for me. So when it comes to commenting, the easiest way is to start by going through people's posts and stories, and you can just respond or comment something that has to do with the post they're making. So maybe don't comment something related to real estate unless it's a post about real estate. Just comment about whatever the post is about, and then also you can ask for comments or DMs when you're posting on social media as well. So that would be them reaching out to you first and starting the conversation. And then DMs are really great. I think my DMs are like the most active area of all of my social media accounts, just from people responding to my stories and then me also going out and sending DMs to people. So choose a few people, leave 2 DM and ask about something they recently posted or just check in. So a great DM right now would be to schedule a coffee date or a lunch meeting, but that gives you a chance to start the conversation through a method that's not text or phone call if you're just wanting to change things up. So, and then the last thing is just liking and sharing. This is just talking about liking and sharing their posts. I try to focus on comments and DMs because I think those are more impactful than just liking, but you can go through and like and share posts as well. So any questions about these 3 activities? No, I think we might have some version of this on both of y'all's GPSs. Yep, Mike's nodding. I'm pretty sure we put them all in there. Yeah, so I definitely make sure as you're doing your other lead generation activities that you're keeping up with these. And while it's great to post on social media, you should also be trying to start conversations and have conversations as well. So any questions about what we went over today? And we kind of went through a lot of different things. Any questions, Scott?
No, I think
No. Any questions, Mike?
No.
I think throughout the week I'll have questions
Yeah,
as I'm trying to prepare a listing presentation, but
sounds good. Okay, let's do our one thing for this week. So Scott, I think you said yours is it prepping for this listing
yeah,
presentation?
I probably want to get that solid early this week and hopefully get the appointment set this week or next week.
Awesome, sounds good. And then Mike, what's your one thing for this week?
I don't know. I got like 7 already listed down of things I need to tackle, but I mean, I'm gonna continue the 66-day challenge. I'm gonna try and get my announcement out. I got to work on my website a little bit. I'm gonna activate a Twilio account, I believe. Get registered with DMAR so I can go take their classes. So just a couple of things.
Awesome, yeah, sounds like it'll be a busy week for both of y'all,
Yeah.
actually, so, yeah, awesome. Okay, any last questions or thoughts?
No.
No? Okay, sounds good. Okay, thanks for attending. Hope to see y'all at one of the classes this week. Let me know if you have any questions as you're working through everything.
Awesome. Thanks, Brea.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
One day I'll be able to end the Zoom from my computer.